All right, hello everybody. So I thought there was a short opportunity here. Lots of strong selling coming from the open, although not the overall trend of the day, and that's actually perhaps what happened. However, so I moved my stop up to +1 after the trade went about 3 ticks or 4 ticks, and I'm glad I did because then it whipsawed back. Although it looks like, I guess we could have made our money back anyway. This actually might be a good time to get in. I don't know. Yeah, this actually might be a good time to get in, to get another tick or two or whatever. We already traded that area. As long as we're making money, as long as we're making our ticks, our points, we're happy. Certainly enough for a lifestyle change for many people. And eventually you're going to get your winner. And yeah, look, this is what happened. We just have to wait a little bit. And we got a 1 1/4 tick trade. Okay. Anyway, so I thought that I would start off the day with a thought about trading, a thought about what we might have learned yesterday and what we're working on. So I think that's maybe we will start off our videos because, as we said before, looking at just by the way the price, the price went down 3 points more now, dropping down. But as we said earlier, as we said many times, that traders are strong people. They're not going to let one setback push them down. And as I'm talking now, traders are not even going to let the fear of a setback push them down. So that might be some impetus for us to increase our strength and our to increase our mental fortitude to stay in trades longer. I actually, when I wanted to get in, I wanted to get in round about here. So I was able to get in even earlier. So although I wasn't thinking about it at the time, one has to keep many things in his mind when he's in a trade, that would actually have been a very strong reason to stay in the trade longer, because I thought that over here, at the very least, price is going to go down here to get your couple ticks. And price even went down further. Okay, but now we have some sideways action. So because we've already traded in this area, I do not feel so comfortable trading here again. There's some news coming out at 10 o'clock. We're going to have to see how that impacts the trading day. And we're going to try to work on money management because that is the major thing. And I'll tell you, I'm being honest with myself, I kind of feel embarrassed if I would take a big loss of a trade. So at this point, with my account at this size that it is, that's why I'm getting out very quickly and being very cautious. And as long as my account is growing slowly but surely, then I think that's actually an okay strategy until it's grown a little bit more, until I recover from that loss that I took on the first day. I have slightly changed my strategy since then. And that is actually okay with me because the small gains add up really quickly and they can actually end up being big gains in the long run. So that's what I'm thinking right now. And hopefully we will be strong people and we will not be weak and just revenge trade. We will not be weak and do things that are bad to ourselves or bad to other people. And we will have the strength to do what's right. And we can try to use any talents and any skills and anything that we do for the good of the betterment of ourselves, the betterment of the world. We are members of the world. So when we better ourselves, we're also actually benefiting the whole world. We're a member of this whole human race. And that's actually also something to feel good that we have a responsibility. Some people respond very strongly to that way of thinking. Some people do not. Actually, saw an interesting study one time that if somebody feels like they're guilty, that actually the female brain does not respond to guilt advertisement. They did an fMRI study, an fMRI is a machine that can measure what parts of the brain are functioning. So if you have a male brain or a responsibility orientated brain, if that's the way, there's like different types of people, like type A, type B, and all the different letters of what type of personality you are, if you buy into that. So whatever way speaks to you, that's how we can speak to ourselves, and we can try to improve ourselves and be strong. Okay, so here's for a very strong day, a mental strong day, and let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm trying to wait to get into a trade. It's pulled back a little bit. It hasn't quite hit my entry. So depending on what I think the market's going to do, I think I will still okay, it's already at like a whole new level now. So I think I'm going to get out of the trade. I think I'm going to not enter the trade. Something I'm also, because again, my hypothesis is that previous price action doesn't really tell you how to profit for what's going on right now at this moment, what I'm describing. So the further back the price action is, the less I think it's going to tell you. So if you have, so like over here, if we're still in this area, so maybe I'm going to stay in the trade, but once it already like moves on, so like whatever happened, so how's that going to help me to get into a good trade? So this is what I'm kind of feeling right now. There is somebody that advertises that there is a peer-reviewed study that was published in a peer-reviewed journal. I didn't even want to give the advertisement to him because I'm not convinced that he will actually help anybody profit, nor has he provided any proof that he can actually help anybody profit. So he actually said that, so there was a study that I think a head and shoulders pattern seemed to help, that in stocks in the long run, I don't know if it applies to futures. You can't apply everything to everything. So maybe in stocks, that there was an edge in the peer-reviewed study. I didn't look over the whole peer-reviewed study. However, even if that's true, so how's that going to help you to profit? Because maybe it only profited after a huge drawdown. So that's a mistake that I found myself making a lot in the beginning. That maybe I would take these huge long trades that had a huge drawdown, and finally they would break even, or finally they would reach my take profit goal, and it was actually too big of a risk for what I should have been taking. I should have just taken a loss, or I should not even gone into the trade. So I'm going to get out of this trade. Order canceled, and I'm going to wait for the next good opportunity. We're going to try to take A+ opportunities. All right, everybody. So there was lots of reasons to think that the market was going down. I got in around about here at 425. I got out for 5 ticks. So that's a total of 6 ticks on the day. Yeah, so that's a pretty good day. We're pretty happy with 6 ticks. And actually what I did was I moved my stop up after the trade developed a little bit. I moved my stop up to +1. And then once it went to 125, I thought, let me just get out. So I closed the trade. And that's what I did. So on one hand, we just had a lot of selling, but the buying was picking up. So I think that explains the price action over there. It did actually go back down, because this is what I said. This is, in my humble opinion, because we had a whole bunch of selling, but there was pretty strong buying coming up here. So that's, we started off for the sellers, the people that wanted to get in quickly, and then the people were continuing to buy and drove the price up a little bit. But because overall we had a bunch of selling coming in, and the general trend seemed to be selling, so that's what I think happened over here. And all right, very nice. So okay, well, I guess we'll see if there are any other opportunities, or we will be happy with what we have made. Here's actually a video of me reaching out to anybody else for help to see if they would know how to do this. So I wanted to start making my Google Sheets, but on a trade like this last trade, so pretty much immediately it went down about 6 ticks, okay, with very little drawdown, maybe a tick or nothing, or 2 ticks. So should I enter that on my Google Sheets as a 2-tick drawdown and a 6-tick potential profit? Or should I use over here and go like a 4-tick drawdown and a 5-point profit? What is the best way I should try to enter those trades? Please subscribe, hit the like button, because as much as this helps me, I think that this is also a good message to get out. Many people don't know. I also, when a long time ago, when a certain trader, I don't even want to call him a trader, got into the market and started advertising, and I even emailed him, and he was so nice, and he emailed back, and I thought, wow, this guy can do it, and he's going to teach me how to do it. I never bought something from him, but I followed him over the years, and he's yet to show that he's consistently profitable. At that time, I didn't know to ask for account statements. Now I know that if I would learn trading from somebody, I would ask for account statements, because it's just silly. Like, would you go to a doctor who has never studied the type of medicine that you are going to him for? So, I guess sometimes people do that, but would you go to a lawyer who hasn't studied law? And if you go to a lawyer who's never ever won a case in his whole life, or he's won one case, he had one profit, he had one positive month of his legal escapades and his legal his trying in the legal field, and then every other month, and so he told, yeah, I won 3 cases that month, but then every single other month he lost all of his cases, or he didn't even practice, and he's just teaching people. Would you use him as a lawyer? So it's kind of silly, right? So same thing here. I thought this guy seemed to be a nice guy, and he was teaching people what to do, but at that time I didn't know you had to ask for account statements to prove that the person could actually trade. So that's, I think, a very important message to get out and to teach people. It's almost as important as what we started this video with, about we have to become strong people, and we can't let the losses and the excitements and the heaven forbid failures defeat us and make us sad. I did say I wasn't going to make, in the last video, I kept on calling myself a chicken because I kept on getting out after one tick. So I thought I'm not going to make that joke again, but I did think of something that was a little bit funny. You could call it the one tick chicken, but we're not going to make that joke, because we said it's kind of like becoming a thing, and we don't want it to become a thing. We want to become good traders. Trading is above all of these things and these jokes and these glamorous things. All of those things can follow if somebody is a good trader, but it's not something that is going to make somebody a good trader. Very, very rarely would something like that actually make somebody a good trader, and especially over the long run. So please hit the like button, the subscribe button, to let other people know, to help other people so they don't get fooled by these people that are full of, can't think of a nice word for them, because they're basically just teaching people to fail, and they are not even good themselves. But we're going to end on a positive note. We're going to end on a happy note. There are ways that we can succeed if we try hard enough and if we try smart enough. So let's keep going, everybody. Hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button, please. And let's try to have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.